read for the day. I will apologize for the puppies playing in the background. Wanted to get this recorded earlier today, but I was busy cleaning my house. It is the first of the month, so for those of you who do not know, a lot of people who believe in energy exchanges and certain forms of spirituality, people who practice witchcraft, a lot of people will choose at the beginning of the month to like kind of deep clean their mouth. Hopefully your teeth are brushed. They will tend to deep clean their house. There are different views. Some people think that it's silly to choose the first of the month to do this, because you can do cleansings any day of the month, which is true. You absolutely can. I believe that you can do it any day of the month, but I think it's really handy to do it at the first of the month, because I know at the first day of the month, my windows are going to get cleaned, my floor is going to be washed and then steam mopped, and I'm going to make sure that any spider webs that sneak up in the corners are going to be taken care of and swept away. You know, it's just, I think it's just good spiritual practice. And then I also Palo Santos and sage. And for those naysayers out there, sage has actually been proven when you burn it, it is anti-microbial and antibacterial. So you are actually scientifically cleansing your house, not just spiritually. I feel like that needed to be out there. That's the only, I've mentioned the cleaning on all of the forums, but for some reason this is the one I needed to mention the science. There's probably a reason. But I also didn't mention blowing cinnamon in your door. For those of you who do believe in spirituality, and I do have people who practice spirituality on who follow me on all of my forums. For those who do, or if you're new to spirituality or protecting your energy, a really good, after you have cleansed your home, a really good practice is to blow cinnamon in your front door. I think that's where I read the whole big hullabaloo. People were like, you don't need to blow cinnamon in your door at the first of the month. Cinnamon is it's known for its protection qualities, and so that's why people blow cinnamon in their doors. If you do want to blow cinnamon in your doors, you only need like a little bit. You only need like 1/8 of a teaspoon, and you can go and blow it in your entryways, and it helps keep the energy cleansed. That does not take away from the science. I don't know why I keep needing to bring this up. There's actual science behind a lot of what I do. All right, so this is a work-related read. I don't know if I'm disappointed or excited, because the first two reads that I did, the read for TikTok, it was a romantic relationship. I guess I'm gonna be excited because it's we've had varied reads today. So TikTok read today was a relationship read. The Instagram read, it had a family feel, almost like a sibling feel. It didn't have to be siblings, and it didn't have to be family. It could be someone who you're close to, like family, but in each one somebody was going through it. This is a work-related read, but unfortunately you are also going through it, which is unfortunate. So this is unexpected obstacles may arise. So a problem that you maybe weren't expecting happened. There was some sort of deception at work, You are searching for a purpose. In your career, you're struggling with where you are at. You're not really happy. Another thing that this stands for, it can be knowledge, but it's definitely not knowledge, but it can also be gossip, and there's gossip going on. Gossip with you talking about things that are happening at work, but also gossip around you. Like everybody's kind of gossiping because they think there might be work issues. Lacking searching for a purpose, gossip. Lacking a project information. So it's almost like, so you are struggling. One of the reasons why you're struggling is you want to be able to do your job, but you're missing important bits and pieces of information that would be able to help you do your job effectively. Things are gossip. It's like secrets. Things are being kept in the dark on purpose. And then pessimism about work. Death in reverse, transformation. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. Death card in the upright and in the reverse, it's always a transformation, but in reverse, it's decay. So it's like the end. It's like the end of a cycle, or the end of your time here, or the end of the company itself. Okay. And when I pulled these cards, I pulled these cards this morning, but I really didn't have time to pay attention to what I pulled. I don't know if that's something that we need to bring up. But when I pulled them this morning, so I was taking a look at the cards, and what I do is I write down the meaning, just because I used to, oh, no, little miss, we don't take those. Jesus, you guys are crazy. You crazy. I feel like they think I spent too much time cleaning today and zero time playing with them, and it shows. Because they are all right here. I pulled the cards, but I was busy cleaning, so I didn't actually have a chance to take a look at them until right now. And when I went to go write down the meanings, just because I used to pull the cards live, or I would pull them like while being recorded, and then I would go over it, but then sometimes my reads are 30-40 minutes long, and I understand that you guys have a life, so I do this to kind of save us some time. So I didn't actually stop to absorb what the cards were saying until right before I started recording. And you had this like hard, stressy pit, possibly heartburn. Hey, like right towards the bottom of your rib cage. You either have heartburn or you are just really stressed about the whole situation. Probably because you don't know what to do. You feel lost. It feels like a lot of you guys are probably a little bit lost, just because it seems that there's shenanigans happening at work, and it seems like a lot or everyone is possibly in the dark, and that makes things scary. It makes it hard to be able to concentrate on your work because there are secrets, because there's not communication when and where it needs to happen, right? All right, so new plan. You need to come up with a new plan. This is not something that suits you. It's not something that's going to continue to be viable for you because you're unhappy. Could you push through? Absolutely. You have the drive to be able to continue to push through, but are you going to be able to push through and continue to be happy? New action. Fertility keeps popping up, and I did ask the deities, and they said fertility was not part of this, but there's typically a reason why fertility pops up. It isn't always a baby. Sometimes it is a baby. It can be new beginnings. It can be the start of a new idea, new action, and that's why it comes up a lot of times with ideas and new action and stuff like that. But it could also potentially mean baby. Okay, they want you to be open-minded about your options because you do have options. Political. It's like right now you're kind of stuck in like this political battlefield. Like you have to, office politics, you have to not toe the line, but you have to like pick your way around certain things. Subterfuge, because there's subterfuge, and you know that there is subterfuge going on because right now, like, there's so many secrets and whispers and gossip happening, but there's no real communication, important communication from the people who should be communicating from you, and that leaves the door open for a lot of subterfuge. Oh, communication, here we are. Yeah, there's no real communication that's happening, and there should be. Brings power to action. I do think whatever you do decide to do, you're going to be successful. I don't think it's staying here. I think it's leaving. New ideas, new plan, new ideas, new plan. You need to you don't know what you want to do, but you do know that you need, that this isn't going to work. Okay. All right. So you don't know what you're going to do. You do know that this isn't going to work, and you're just kind of hanging in there. Because you don't have a plan of action, and you're somebody who likes having a plan of action, who likes to be prepared. I don't blame you there. Who doesn't like to be prepared, right? Personal satisfaction. Worst one's beginnings. Yeah. You're going to be, once you do decide to leave, new plan, success, new plan, beginnings. You're going to want, you need to start thinking of a new plan. Listen, I don't think you necessarily, this is a collective read, so there are multiple energies on the table. I don't think you necessarily need to come up with a entire new plan and have it totally implemented before you leave, but you need to start thinking of a new plan, new ideas, so that you can have new beginnings, because this is not going to be something that's viable for you. You're not getting, there's unexpected problems. So there's problems that are going to happen that you're not aware of. You're already stressed out. You're already unhappy at work. There's already decay, a decay at work. It's an end. It's an ending here. Knowledge. I think you are going to be learning more about what's going on. It's going to make you feel more at peace with your decision to leave. Okay. It's going to, you are going to be more at peace once you decide what to do and you put this plan of action into place. And when you do leave, you are going to have, there's going to be more money on the table for you. So I'm going to leave this here. I don't think we need to go any farther into this. I don't think I'm telling you anything that you don't know. I think it's just that you need more words of encouragement. Yes, this is crappy. This is not a good situation that you're in. It seems so unpleasant and it's stressful. It's like a ball. It was like a hot poker. I don't know. It was a mixture between stress and what I've only had a heartburn like once or twice in my life, so I don't really, and it's years have passed, so I don't really remember what it feels like, but like, it felt like the bubbling, if I remember correctly, because I was pregnant, the bubbling, like, it was just, like, right before you got the heartburn, like, it would, like a hard, like, burn, like right before you started getting the heartburn, the acid reflux, like the pressure would build up. That's what it felt like. Nobody needs that. Nobody should have to exist that way. So, but I promise this is going to get better. Once you finally decide what it is that you want to do, a new plan of action, and you start to implement it, you're going to find peace. You're going to be in a space where you're making more money. Just stay open-minded. Power brings power to action. You're a person who likes action. You are a person who likes to know what's going on. And right now you just have a whole lot of subterfuge that's happening, and that's probably why there's going to be unexpected problems at work, probably due to subterfuge. So that's awesome. I don't know. I'm sorry. Sorry you're going through this. I'm going to leave this here. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. I hope you guys make good choices. And I will talk to you later. Bye.